This is the new DJI Air 3S after the hype. So not too long ago, DJI released the Air 3S, and I wanted to see how good this drone is. Just so you know, I'm a travel filmmaker, so drones are one of my most essential filmmaking tools during my travels. And the drones that I use are the Mini 3 Pro for the more lightweight setup, and I also use the DJI Mavic 3 Pro when I want to have the best quality possible. But this seems to be something of in between, and I wanted to see how good that is, knowing that it's much better in terms of regulations because of its size and weight, but still delivering the pro video capabilities. I have to thank Megadrone for sending this out for me to test and see how I like it, and they made this video possible, so it's a very big thank you to Megadrone. If you're interested in drones and action cameras, check out the link down below for their website. So this drone is 724 grams. Meaning that it's in C1 category. And you can actually see that on the bottom. It's actually engraved in the body that it's a C1 category drone, meaning that it's much better for regulations in many countries than something like the DJI Mavic 3 Pro. And I have to say, the flight characteristics are really nice of it. It's a really, I would say, responsive, aggressive kind of a drone, but that can be tuned on the settings in the controller. But I have to give it to it that it's really quiet. After a couple of meters above you, you cannot hear it, which is really nice because, you know, the Mavic 3 Pro is a much louder beast compared to this. It's really quiet. Also, in terms of just the build quality, before we go into the photo video aspect of this drone, this also has the omnidirectional sensors, so it's pretty much safe from all directions in terms of the safety features. And it has a really nice flight time of about 45 minutes. That is what DJI claims. I would say that is the max, so expect it to be a little bit less, but it's still a really nice flight time. The biggest improvement of this over the Air 3, the base model, is the bigger sensor of the main camera. Essentially, it's now a 1-inch sensor. And while it's not as big as something that is on the Mavic 3 Pro, it is bigger than something like a Mini 4 Pro and Mini 3 Pro. So it's definitely a nice improvement, and it's also bigger than the sensor that we had on the Air 3. Thanks to this, we have better imaging capabilities and low light performance. And the main camera is equivalent to a 24mm and is more of a wide standard drone shot. But thanks to this upgrade, it looks much nicer, and it's a 50 megapixel camera. The other one that we have is equivalent to 70mm, and that is one of my favorite lenses of all time on the drone. On the Mavic 3 Pro, where we have the 3 lenses, this is the one that I would say is the number one for me. I just love how it looks, and it makes the shots more cinematic, better looking, and overall just, you know, that extra spicy. It's really cool, I really like it, and it's my favorite drone camera at the moment. Just looks a little bit more cinematic, film-like, movie-like. I just like how that camera works. And that telephoto is actually a 48 megapixel camera sensor. This drone can record in 4K 120 frames per second or in 4K 60 frames per second with HDR enabled. And the videos look great. But you have to remember that in this drone, we have the normal picture profile, which is just, you know, a ready-to-go video file. We also have the HLG, which is the hybrid log gamma, and it's the format that I use on my Sony a7 IV. Then we have the DJI D-Log M. It isn't a full log profile, it's a little bit of like a step down from the log profile, but it's still really nice for color grading, and I just feel like the DJI's D-Log M is super easy to color grade and have great results while still maintaining the nicer dynamic range that it can provide. Overall, I'm super happy with the D-Log M on this drone, and that is what I mostly shot the videos on it with. That it was my preferred style. But the shots you see in this video are color graded from the D-Log M. Overall, the dynamic range looks really nice. The videos are really sharp, and overall just feels like it's a solid addition to the DJI lineup. If you already have something like the Air 3 or the DJI Mavic 3 Pro, maybe this isn't the best option to just go for it, but if you're looking for a drone that has that nice crossroads of quality and function, the lightweight aspect of it, and just, you know, the crossroad of price to performance, this is definitely a great drone. And while it doesn't have the log format of the bigger brothers, it's still much better than something like a mini series. It just has that, you know, cinematic flair. And I could personally see myself, if I didn't already have the 2 other drones, going for this. I just feel like it's best of both worlds for someone that wants to take it during their travels. And I can definitely see the hype behind it. It's a really good drone that I really enjoyed flying with, and just the videos looked really good. Both of the cameras can take photos in JPEG and RAW, so if you want to edit them in post-production, you have that capability, or you can use the JPEGs and have the photos right away ready for you. But I would say the RAWs are better in this case. You know, having that flexibility and making the photos your own really is going a long way. So I prefer that style of photos from it. But I would say that photos from both the telephoto and the main camera sensor look really good. Overall, I was pleasantly surprised how good this drone is. It's really quiet. The C1 category just makes it more accessible. It's definitely quiet, so you can really, not be obnoxious for others. And overall, the flight characteristics, the safety features, the camera quality, it's really a complete package. For testing, I got the version with the flight mode combo, and it's a really nice way to store the batteries but also charge them, and I would say they're not too big. They're actually really super easy to have with you at all times. And I've been flying with the new RC controller, which has a nice improvement in terms of the connection. You have the antennas on top, making it a little bit more better for the flight connection. I just feel like this is the nice improvement that they made compared to the earlier model without the antennas. Also, you can definitely feel that the internals have been upgraded too, since everything feels a little bit more snappy. The original one was a little bit slower, but this one really feels much more snappy in the menu. And one more change that I feel I noticed a lot is the grip of it. The grip on the back is not as flat as the earlier model, so the ergonomics have been improved on it too. I have to say I was pleasantly surprised with this drone. In both photo and video modes, it was definitely a nice experience to fly with this. And it's strong enough even for high wind situations. So it's definitely a really great drone, and I can definitely see the hype for it. So if you're looking for one and have been thinking about it, I would say it's a really good option. If you have any more questions about the DJI Air 3S, let me know in the comment section down below. With that being said, that is going to be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video once again, and I'll see you next time.